Target is preparing to eliminate roughly 1,800 corporate positions, the Wall Street Journal and CNBC reported Thursday, citing an internal memo sent out by incoming CEO Michael Fidelky. The move impacts roughly 8% of the Minnesota-based retailer's global headquarters team, the memo said. Per the Wall Street Journal, 1,000 global corporate employees will be laid off, while 800 open positions will be cut. About 80% of those impacted roles are in the U.S., of course, the outlet noted. Decisions that affect our team are the most significant ones we make, and we never make them lightly, Fidelky wrote in the memo obtained by CNBC. I know the real impact this has on our team, and it will be difficult, and it's a necessary step in building the future of Target and enabling the progress and growth we all want to see. Fidelky went on to say other anticipated changes will include accelerating technology and elevating the guest experience with every interaction, whatever that means. Put together, these changes set the course for our company to be stronger, faster, and better positioned to serve guests and communicate for many years to come, concluded Fidelky, the company's chief operating officer, until his promotion takes effect in February. Well, Target did not immediately respond to Nextstar's request for comment. A spokesperson told CNBC that roles in its store and supply chains are not impacted. Target has seen a decline in sales since spiking in 2021. CNBC reports the retailer, often one to launch a hiring surge for the holiday shopping season, has not offered figures on its hiring goal for this year. I wonder why. Target will, however, offer current workers additional hours and then tap into a separate pool of workers, 43,000. Who pick up shifts. The Minneapolis-based company also hires seasonal workers across its nearly 2,000 stores and more than 60 distribution facilities to meet demands, it said. So, this is kind of keeping in what we've seen with these other places. When they don't mention their hiring number, it's because they're probably not planning on hiring anybody. What did we talk about before? That companies around this time last year compared to now are hiring 58% less than they were 12 months ago. So they're probably trying to make sure that they get the least amount of new people employed. And this goes back to another video I did on how part-time jobs turn coworkers into enemies, where the people that are already working there, they're going to give them more hours. But again, it takes them not hiring any new people or there being less people working there for them to finally give the employees more time to actually work and make some damn money. And then when they mentioned that Target has seen a dip in sales, of course they have. I mean, what does Target sell that you can't get somewhere else faster, and in a lot of cases cheaper? Like, I don't know anyone that would prefer to go to Target to get food over a grocery store. I don't know anyone that would prefer to go to Target to get clothes over Amazon. And really, they're going the way of Kohl's, where the shopping experience, right? That whole thing of going somewhere, seeing what they have in store, what they have in stock, I should say, it's over. A lot of people go on Amazon or these other, just because that's the main site a lot of people are using now, and they type in, I don't know, I want this type of shirt, these type of pants, this type of whatever. And the question becomes, why would you even waste your time stepping into a Target that might have what you're looking for when you can go online and almost with complete certainty know that you're going to be able to get that same thing from there, usually delivered to your house, if not the next day, within the next few days. Like, there's no incentive to really care about going to Target at this point. Also, I will say it's kind of funny that they mention how, we don't take these decisions lightly. It's like, yeah, that's been the same song and dance from every CEO or top dog in one of these companies, where they cut, hundreds of jobs or 1,000+ jobs, and this was not something that we planned on doing, but we're trying to forward the brand of Target. Really, what Target should be doing is trying to see ways in which they can start getting ready to close down. I think they're more likely to go than a lot of these fast food places. Like, I didn't cover it, but Jack in the Box had some kind of issue where they were closing places all over the place. And it's the same thing where The only reason anybody would go to an overpriced fast food place, because again, the food isn't even that great, and then it's like, look at the price of it as well, is if they're really hungry and that's local to them. But with Target, there's very few people who would go into one of those really looking for something and not just prefer to go to Amazon. I literally can't remember the last time I bought anything from Target. I think, I know I went in there one time or two times this year, right? Just to, like, I guess, browse around the place. But in terms of actually, oh, let me buy this, let me pick this up. It has not been. I think I'd have to go and like through my memory in the last 2 or 3 years to remember the last time I bought something from there, because they don't have anything that you can get that you couldn't get better or faster or whatever from somewhere else. There's little to no marketplace for what is effectively a redundant store that is not being able to adapt to a lot of the new technological advances, where people just, and I'm even seeing this when I go to the mall, I don't see anyone buying things. There's no point in going somewhere and looking around when you can go on a website and know for certain that it's going to be there. I feel bad for the people that are going to lose their jobs. Of course, we always have to mention that the CEOs and the guys running these companies, they never have to take any financial hits. Anytime their profit margins aren't up to par, they just cut jobs. That's the only thing they can do to get out of, instead of addressing like what's causing those sales to be declining, they just chop up whoever works there. They can, with a snap of their fingers, eliminate almost, 1,800 isn't that far off from 2,000. And it's like, can I blame the people who don't want to go in that place and buy things that are, again, that like a store that there's no appeal for anymore. So my prediction is that Target, if they don't do something to seriously reshape, what they are, right, which is again a redundant store that has stuff that other places have but better, I can see them going the way of Kohl's and just being even further into decline. I don't really see them coming back, because remember, CEOs are only concerned about money, and they're going to fire a whole bunch of people before they have to actually be accountable for the lack of interest in their store.